sing you a song about what's happening on Procyon, twice of the things done beneath double sun. From all your home planets I'll tell you what's going on, sing till the tales I can tell you be done. But here at the edges man's voice echoes sweet, here at the edges a man walks alone. And though life may be better out here where you seek it, place where a man's born is where you call home. On Procyon they know now the sun's getting cooler, the summers are chilly, the winters are long. Them living is mean and they say it'll be crueler, those who can leave they have got up and gone. But here on the edge world the people from Procyon ask of the news and they ask me to sing the tales of the wonders they lost ere they moved along great blue-white glaciers in thin chilly spring. But here at the edges man's voice echoes weak, here on the edge worlds a man walks alone. And though life may be better out here where you seek it, place where a man's born is where you call home. Twin suns and twin planets still fighting their war, but what they've done now pales what's gone on before. Both planets are lifeless, both fleets getting thin, they each know they've lost yet they still fight to win. But suns and twin planets still ask of the news, the state of the battle, the songs of the war. For those fleets they are grounded, the new songs are few, I've sung each song twice, they'll still ask me for more. But here at the edges man's voice echoes sweet, here on the edge worlds a man walks alone. And though life may be better out here where you seek it, place where a man's born is where you call home. Now Signy's no edge world, but life there be easy, the summers are gentle, the winters are mild. The people are happy, there's damn few leaving, I'm asked about Signy just once in a while. Some folk will ask as my songs I am singing, why ne'er do I sing of these edge worlds around? Well, the folk on the edge worlds are too busy living, dreaming of home to know what they have found. But here at the edges man's voice echoes sweet, here at the edges a man walks alone. And though life may be better out here where you seek it, place where a man's born is where you call home. Stand alone, upon a high barren rock, in the dead of the night of the new moon, all below. Far below, the lights of man. Feel the wind rise, warm and free. Open your dreams' wings. High, wide, strong to accept the night wind. Stand alone, spring from the barren rock into the warmth of the night of the new moon. Riding free, dream wings wide above the towers of man. stand alone,
stand alone,
on a high barren rock, in the dead of the night, light of the new moon. When I was a space cadet, wasn't much I knew how to do except to listen to the tales the old spacers told. Spin a yarn or two, and I swear mine are every bit as true. Now the first mate on the Harriman had been every place there was, and I know that the tale that I'm telling you be true, 'cause he told me it was. Aye, he swore on his grave that it was. Now the first mate was the very first man, an alien critter to be meetin'. He was also the very first son of soul by an alien critter to be eaten, which is a mighty strange form of a greetin'. But the critter that ate him belonged to a race that learns all it knows from its food, transcribing away at the RNA, absorbing the knowledge and mood. And it learned that eating man's considered crude. Well, the alien critter was filled with remorse for eating what was now a fellow man, and the only way it could pay for the course is to serve in his place as best it can. And now it's made aboard the liner Harriman. Well, the first mate's name, it was Kelly, from the county of Cork it had seen, and proud he was of his Irish blood as any man had ever been. And he's prouder now because that blood is green. When I was a space cadet, wasn't much I knew how to do except to listen to the tales the old spacers told, spin a yarn or two, and I swear mine are every bit as true. Now the purser shipped out in 22 on the first ship that spat atomic fire, going the places that no man knew, pushing the frontier higher, to the places where the truth is alive. Now Tausetti, it's a mighty close star, but it took 'em a year, maybe more, till they settled down neath the purple sky and listened to the ocean roar, right outside the airlock door. Well, they found their race as smart as man, but composed entirely of foam, floating along on the ocean blue with the wind and the waves for a home, and going where the four winds would blow 'em. Well, the first mate, he fell in love with a cute little speck of the sea. She liked his smile and she took him home, meet her family, and they talk about the times to be. Well, he courted her for a month or two, proposed that they should be wed, make a home of the ocean blue and the wind and the waves for a bed. They'd honeymoon on a grand waterbed. Now she blushed a cute little coral pink. She said, when I am of age, come back for me in 100 years, and we'll announce we're engaged, for then I will just be of age. For you see, she said, we see folk evolve in a cycle of 100 years, from foam to fish, to frog to fowl, till at last a human appears, once every 100 years. And that's why the mate on the Harriman is floating along through the stars, going at speeds where the months are years, waiting till his sweetheart appears, and he's just got another 50 years. When I was a space cadet, wasn't much I knew how to do except to listen to the tales the old spacers told, spin a yarn or two, and I swear mine are every bit as true. Some people think that love is best on tropic isles. Some people speak of love on the sea. But the only place for love and when the pushes come to shove, and here's a place with a 0G. 0G is for lovers. It's better than a lover's leap. And it's the only place where you can hold your baby all night and your arms won't go to sleep. Some people think that waterbeds are out of sight, like sleeping on the lap of the sea. But you will find new permutations and improve your circulations in a place with 0G. 0G is for lovers. It's better than a lover's leap. And it's the only place where you can hold your baby all night and your arms won't go to sleep. Some people think the orbitals would be hard to plot. Keep track of all your deltas and V's. But your body problem solving can be really quite involving in a place with a 0G. 0G is for lovers. It's better than a lover's leap. And it's the only place where you can hold your baby all night and your arms won't go to sleep. 0G is for lovers. It's better than a lover's leap. And it's the only place where you can hold your baby all night and your arms won't go to sleep. Darkest before dawn, when the shadows grow and thicken till they're gone, and you rob a bit from Peter that you need to pay to Paul. The shadows come to take you after all, and the life you live sinks slowly to decay. The best burn brightest, then they burn away. And the while they are a-burning, they push the dark away. But soon they're gone, it comes back anyway. And you'll hope that there's a morning, or you pray that there will be a light to drive the darkness out, a light to set us free. For it just does not seem right to think the dark could ever win. But every time you turn around, the shadows sneaking in. And you're trying very hard just to ignore the shadow that is growing by the door. Think only of what you need to get you through the day. But ignoring it won't make it go away. And sometimes now you think you'd like to fight. You could drive away the darkness with your light. But if you make a light, you know you'll catch the shadow's eye. And where the shadow watches, people die. And you'll hope that there's a morning, or you pray that there will be a light to drive the darkness out, a light to set us free. For it just does not seem fair to think the dark could ever win. But every time you turn around, the shadow's sneaking in. And the shadow's getting darker every day. And there's nothing you do makes it go away. And your choice is to die slowly, or your choice is to die fast. But it seems as though the time for choice is past. For just the thing to fight, the shadow knows. And the darkness follows everywhere you go. And while it is a-watching, you can blind it with your light and make the shadow know it's seen a fight. And you hope that there's a morning, or you pray that there will be a light to drive the the darkness out, a light to set us free. Or it's just your niggling doubts that give the shadow hope to win. And if the shadow had the strength, would it sleep to get in? Yes, you hope that there's a morning, oh, you pray that there will be a light to drive the darkness out, a light to set us free. For it is no single man who'll ever drive the dark away. It's every little man who fights who makes the brighter day. There's a little place within your mind where no one ever goes. There's a little part of everyone that no one ever knows. And you keep it hidden deep within the dungeons of your mind. Down behind a secret doorway where no one can ever find. Now I'm like a traveler, and traveling through your mind, blindly seeking for treasure there. I hope, I pray I can find. Walking down the secret passage where no one ever goes. Behind the secret doorway, no one knows. I tiptoe down the passageway by a door I softly tread. In my mind I know there is treasure there, but my heart is filled with dread. And I continue down the secret passage beyond that closed door. Continue down the ancient corridor. And now down the passageway, there's something there I hear. There's something coming closer now. There's something coming near. And it's coming down the secret passage where no one ever goes. Behind the secret doorway, no one knows. I leap behind an open door. I need a place to hide. I slam behind me the oaken door, afraid of what I have spied. And it shambles down the secret passage beyond my closed door. It shambles down that ancient corridor. I'm running down the passageways, I blindly make my way. I slam behind me the secret door, I need the light of the day. I race outside, I try to shake the dampness from my soul. But even in the sun I still feel cold. And now I've been a traveler, I've traveled through your mind. I didn't find the treasure there, it wasn't mine to find. I won't walk the secret passage beyond that closed door. Too scared to go back anymore. Too scared to go back anymore.
Well, I've often wondered why it is a poet sings of a muggy, buggy, ugly time of spring, when a field covered with snow is such a lovely thing. It's as virginal and pure as love, pure as love, sweet as love. It's as virginal and pure as love, pure as love, sweet as love, and it's damn near just as cold as love. Well, I've often wondered why it is a maiden swoons when a foolish swain proffers her a rose in bloom, and it drops its little petals all across the room, though those petals be as tender as love, tender love, sweet as love. Yes, those petals bright and tender as love, tender love, sweet as love, and a rose stem is as thorny as love. Well, I've often wondered why it is they say a song will be at its very best if it's 3 verses long, which is 1 verse each to say hello, I'm here, I'm gone, and a melody that lingers like love, lingering love, lilting love. Yes, a melody that lingers like love, lingering love, lilting love. When the melody is done, it's just like love.
is a brook on a mountainside run, to skip through the forest and sleep in the sun. Life is a joy and it's only begun. Every day is new. Joy is a coon in a field full of corn. Peace is a hawk hanging high in the morn. Hope is the reason that puppies are born. Love is the reason for you. Life is a walk with a friend in the spring. Means just as much to the peasant and king. When the leaves seem to laugh and the trees start to sing, well, every day is new. Joy is discovering a witty new pun. Peace is a cloud in the pink evening sun. Hope is the reason that things are begun. Love is the reason for you. Life is a kiss in the warm and the rain, a leaving to know you can come back again. A life is a joy and it's never the same, and every day is new. Joy is the dawn of a very new day. Peace is the sun fading slowly away. Hope is the reason we start on our way. Love is the reason for you.
Star in an open sky, beaming down on me, whispers of the times to come, what will be. Bluebird on an oaken bough dawning day, chaseless with its cheerful song, dreams away. The stars sing to me of times yet to be. From a shadowed dream, 'tis all given to me. I know what is yet to come, what will be. Sunlight opens wide my eyes. Spill from my mind, tatters, little shreds of dreams left behind. All I could see, now hidden from me. Courts of kings come from far and near. Tell me what the future brings. I must hear. Pieces of a puzzle can be more than they seem, but all I recall to tell are just only dreams.
The first of suns, the starry day, the dark is softly falling. The fears the world is slipping away, the pipe is softly calling. You need not match the piper's song, you need not pass it that way. I tell you, piper, to step along and you'll be on your way. I feel the grass at the flat of your back, I hear the wind a-blowing. The piper's line be quiet and black, but nothing there be growing. Deny the piper's siren song, deny him while ye may. I tell you, piper, to step along and you'll be on your way. The battles be fought, the battles be won, the piper softly leaving. For we who greet each rising sun need not be howls a grieving. Someday you'll march to the piper's song, it need not be good day. So tell young piper to step along and you'll be on your way. There's a blinking red star. Could be a nova, but it's not very far. Just nuzzle on the jets, and there you are. It's Mama Rosa's spaceport and bar. While the liquor's flowing free in the zero gravity, the skirts are whizzing through the air. With the thirst a spacer has for fast women and jazz, Mama Rosa's is a heaven beyond compare. Grab a bubble flask of beer to the music cocking ear. Grab yourself some girl around the waist. Well, you find that they're all nice, you won't have to ask one twice why ho Mama Rose is heaven right in space. Well, now once there was a Fed from the tax department said, now ho Mama Rose has never paid a cent. So he slipped himself aboard with a load of lunar ore, and into Mama Rose's that man went. And he said, now Mama dear, you will serve for 20 years. As I said before, you've never paid a cent. Though you're orbiting above that dear old land I love, Uncle Sam decided you must pay your rent. Mama heaved a big old sigh and she looked him in the eye. She asked that fella how much he was paid, because she says, I need a cook, and I think you got the look of being worth 10 times what you've been paid. Well, he smiled, his smile it's wide, and he said, now that's a bride. You should see his face, it's filling up with cheer. And his pencil made a mark on his official little chart. He said, now that just earned you 5 more years. Well, old Mama kinda shirked, cause she knowed it wouldn't work. But she lifted up one finger for a girl. Well, one floated up and said, as that taxman turned bright red, hey there, big boy, we got time, let's take a whirl. Now she led that man away with a gentle kind of sway to the parlor with the observation port. And she said, now you got time, but I'm back on work at 9. We'll have to make this fast and short. Well, she said, now I've been here on this rock about 5 years. The view from here just never makes me tired. Don't you know I've lost my taste for every single ground-bound place? I'm staying here when I've retired. Now the taxman turned his face to the view of all of space. You should see the wonder growing in his eyes. And he just hung there and looked, and his hands and knees they shook, till he bogged that goddamn viewport with his size. Well, that taxman he remained, and you know he ain't the same. He's happy as a turtle in a shell. And now, my friend, you've learned why your ham and eggs are burned, and the coconut Mama Roses is like hell. But the liquor's flowing free in the zero gravity, and the skirts keep a-whizzing through the air. Now the booze and broads are fine, you should taste that algae wine, but the coconut Mama Roses don't compare. It don't compare with food. Use the scrambled eggs for emergency patches. Play handball with the hard-boiled eggs. But the stew will stick to your ribs, and the roof of your mouth, back of your throat, stools and forks. Slow beats the heart of Pell. Around her the passions of the galaxy swell, yet there's none she may trust save herself. Could a merchanter's luck save Pell? She must jump when the company calls, knowing union will leave should the company fall, and traitors may walk through her halls. 'Tis them she need fear worst of all.
Oh, a happy lot is a donner lot, simple, joyful, happy, and free. Oh, the downer cares not a thing for pain, loves away your sorrow, and the downer sees sunlight through the rain, dreams things to be better tomorrow. Oh, a happy lot is a donner lot, loving you, loving me. Oh, a happy lot is a donner lot, simple, joyful, happy, and free.
We were sent to defend our land. In the earth's mailed fist, with a company's hand, lead we must, we will die where we stand. We'll have what our conscience demands. But now we're betrayed from behind. Although we have the might, we have not the mind, and we'll fight for such pride as we find. Our conscience be left behind.
The stars are ours this day. We'll not let our birthright be taken away. All of our birth is ours. To union belongs the stars.
We were sent to defend our land. In the earth's made of fist, with a company's hand, lead we must, we will die where we stand. We'll have what our conscience demands.
Oh, a happy lot is a donner lot, loving you, loving me. Oh, a happy lot is a donner lot, simple, joyful, happy,
This
and
one she may
free.
trust, save herself.
Loves away your sorrow,
Could
the
a
downer
merchant
sees
his
sunlight
luck
through the rain,
save
dreams
Pell?
things to be better tomorrow.
Our conscience be left behind.
To union belongs the
And the wind blows cool on a cloudy morning, whipping the waves to her home. You know by noon it'll be a storming. It's a long way home. It's a long way home. It's a long way home. Now the Flynt was a mighty fine vessel, and the captain as good as her crew. But to get through that storm he made a pact with the devil, he'd have to find him a girl who'd be true. But said the devil, take a wife who will always be faithful, protect you wherever you roam. But ever it proves she should be ungrateful, well, you'll never go home. No, you'll never go home. No, no, you'll never, never, never see your home. Well, he searched through the walls where the seamen gathered, he searched through the heights of the town. He searched while the wind whipped the waves to a ladder, the last such a woman he found. And he made her rich with the wages he'd earned. By noontime the captain was wed. They stood on the shore as the ebb tide turned, and be faithful was all that he said. Be faithful was all that he said. I don't betray me was all that he said. And he stood at the bridge as his ship left the harbor, just a fourth of the canvas a-showing, with the swells running steep and she lifted to starboard, and a cold north wind it was a-blowing. 3 days out now, it still was storming. The captain he said to the crew, put up full canvas, if we're still here by morning, then we'll know what the devil can do. I will know what the devil can do. Aye, and we'll all give the devil his due. Now the devil was handsome, oh the devil was fair, the devil was soft in his speech. He said, pretty wife, now you stand there and stare, what makes you think there'll be a man in your reach? That you'll ever hold a man in your reach? You may die without a man in your reach. For you're spending all day with your walking and strolling on a bridge looking over the sea. Your husband may be near the sea waves rolling. Now come spend an evening with me. Come spend an evening with me. And I'll spend an evening with thee. On the west, stripped the main from the tatters. A gust on the east, snapped the mast. The captain grabbed the line from the shreds and the tatters. To the wheel he tied himself fast. That wheel he tied himself fast. Tied to that wheel he had to be lashed. And he stayed at that wheel as the waves were blowing, pushed all of his men down below. He felt the waves crash and he felt the wind blowing. The last of the canvas let go, and the last of the riggings let go, and the last living sails went below. Now the blowing all stopped when the last of the canvas was ripped into tatters and shreds. The captain he said, now we better give thanks, we know that we all should be dead. But without any canvas to make the sails, there's nothing to catch at the breeze. The captain he cried as his crewmen all died from hunger and thirst and disease. Aye, hunger and thirst and disease. Oh, the hunger and thirst and disease. Oh, how he cried as each crewman did die, each called to his last final home. And the vessel still sails and the captain still wails. He knows that he'll never go home. He knows he will never go home. Right now he knows he can never see home.
There's a thin and fragile little wall twixt Faerie and twixt here, and if you press too hard on it, you know 'twill disappear. You'll walk along in silence, you'll walk along alone. You'll never feel the sunlight could guide your footsteps home. Sometimes songs beyond the wall will whisper in your ear. They'll sing you tales of happy times and whisper they are near. And if you'll pass beyond the wall, you need not walk alone. They'll dance with you beneath moonlight and sing of all they've known. They'll tell you tales of life so fair they never saw the sun, and sing you songs of beauty rare and ne'er describe a one. But if you'll pass beyond the wall, they'll bring each one to you. The wonders words cannot recall, presented to your view. Some there are who heed the call and leave this world behind, to seek the world beyond the wall and seek what they may find. And if they pass, they ne'er return to speak of what they've seen. And if they walk in darkness now,
bliss they found to dream. Between sunlight and shadow, between darkness and dawn, in lands man may not travel, the realm of the Faerie lives on, and high court is still held in lands where man may not dwell, and forges trails outbound, silvery seeds to the sky. However far he may wander, the realm of the Faerie overlies, and always ringing near are songs man may not hear. Man searches the ages, never knows his desires, seeking visions of beauty, his glimpses of Faerie inspired. Yet those who heed Faerie calls are not man ere they pass Faerie walls. Between sunlight and shadow, between darkness and dawn, in lands man may not travel, the realm of the Faerie lives on. On a wintry day, a unicorn came dancing gladly on his way, a leaping and a prancing. On a wintry day, a unicorn came to the wood. Here within the wood, a maiden sat a-crying in a shady grove, a weeping and a sighing, sitting all alone. A maiden did weep in the wood. The unicorn pranced by, his eye did chance upon her. The unicorn did sigh, and stopped a bit to ponder, in sadness reasons why a maiden would weep in the wood. Oh maiden, tell me why the unicorn beseeched her. You must sit and cry, so far from other creatures. Maiden, tell me why you weep in the middle of my wood. Said the maid, I am betrayed.
betrayed by one I thought did love me, courts with other maids. He spreads false rumors of me, you'll ne'er more see my face. I shall die in the middle of your wood. The unicorn did sigh, said, Maiden, I will cheer thee, come now to my side. Oh, closer now, be near me, and I will let you ride on my back. We may travel round the world. The unicorn knelt down, the maiden crept upon him. She grasped the silvery mane, she thrust her arms around him like flickers in a flame. They were gone like the passing of a word. Around the world they flew like coursers, like eagles, high above the waves, like silvery clouds and seagulls. And on that very day they returned to the middle of the wood. The maiden's eyes did glow, the smiles were all around her. The unicorn knelt down, he set his head upon her white and silvery gown, and did rest in the middle of the wood. The maiden clasped his horn so tightly to her breast, and the unicorn did sigh, oh gently how he pressed, till he felt the maiden die 'neath his horn in the middle of the wood. The unicorn looked up, said, Maiden, I did cheer thee, now I understand why me and my kind fear thee. The unicorn then died with the maid in the middle of the wood.
You wake up when the next shift needs your bunk space. The breakfast that they're feeding you is lukewarm gruel, and just beyond the bulk lies your definite deep space. How you here because you're crazy, are you just a fool? Why do you love the Stardrives? What makes you travel so far? What is the drive that's driving you to the stars? Your brothers, they stayed about, got families and wives. They say, come down, now see us when your ship hits ground. Then they say, don't tell our kids those tales, you ruin their lives. They know that you've been searching for things you ain't found. Why do you love the Stardrives? What makes you travel so far? What is the drive that's driving you to the stars? The rockets stop the roaring, the shuttle set down. It's your last, it make your mind up, will you stay or go? If you go, you've got a year before your feet touch the ground. But if you stay, you'll stay forever, it's outbound you'll go. Why do you love the Stardrives? What makes you travel so far? What is the drive that's driving you? The restless traveling that you gotta do. The need to know the things that you'll never know. What is the drive that makes you go to the stars? Gilbert the Chemiker's crazy, they say. He's nutty as cakes baked in brandy. But when he's inventing his mind, it's a play. He makes his insanity handy. And how is he crazy, you might want to ask this Gilbert the Chemiker loony. In his right hand he's holding an Erlenmeyer flask, in his left a big yellow balloony. Well, he thinks that the sky is a-starting to fall, and it's dropping a bit every day. And soon it will rest on the building so tall it will get in the aeroplane's way. And how can I stop this, he says to himself, and what them by stopping get mit? For the clouds getting lowered or smog's getting higher, and what can I do if they hit? But he thinks to himself, if the clouds were just lighter the way that they float up so far, if they were just lighter they'd float a bit higher, they'd lift the sky up to the stars. And he thinks of cohesion and surface attraction, all the T-heats of fission and fusion, equations that drive his poor brain to distraction and leave it to will in confusion. But he builds a machine that can take the cohesion from clouds as they float gently by, and they float ever higher, their numbers are legion, he's sure they will lift up the sky. But there's a constant amount of cohesive attraction, it cannot be formed or destroyed, and it builds up a charge while his toy is in action. This makes Gilbert mad and annoyed. But he leaks the cohesive attraction he's found out the door to the brown smoggy air, and the smog coalesces and falls to the ground in crystals so rosy and fair. But Gilbert the Chemiker cares not a fig for solvent pollutions in cities, for he thinks the sky has raised up just a bit and it makes the horizon more pretty. Yes, as daft as a loon and as mad as a hatter, he's truly a man for all seasons, for he's solving the problems that really do matter, though he does it for all the wrong reasons. All the folks as you should pity are the widowed Filk's wives, for though their husband is not dead, he's nearly not alive. For he's been in that Filk room from midnight until 4. He comes to bed, his voice is hoarse, his hands are cracked and sore. And she'll say, honey, would you like to make a night? She says, honey, I could make you feel alright. She looks at him with love light in her weary sleep-filled eyes, but he's still strumming on a chord, trying to harmonize. When he comes to her and she thinks he won't think of Filk no more, then he sits up straight and says, rocket, that's the rhyme I'm looking for. He picks up his guitar, sits on the corner of the bed, ignoring angry mutters from the woman that he wed. And she'll say, honey, would you like to make a night? She'll say, honey, I could make you feel alright. She looks at him with love light, kind of smoldering in her eyes, and he still strums another chord and tries to harmonize. She's trying to forget the time he sang for 3 days straight, a tune that was quite cute at first but soon began to grate. In the 14th verse he wasn't sure if it should be and or. If he sang it once more she was certain he would sing no more. But she'll say, honey, would you like to make a night? She'll say, honey, I could make you feel alright. She glares at him quite fearfully, no love light in her eyes. He strums an F sharp 7, tries to harmonize. But there are other evenings when he'll pick up his guitar and sing about her beauty, how it outshines all the stars. Sing how much he loves her and he's glad she understands, and listens to his music when it neither rhymes nor scans. And he'll sing, honey, would you like to make a night? He'll sing, honey, could I make you feel alright? And he looks at her with love light now reflecting in his eyes. There's better ways than melodies that folks can harmonize. Please remember me when you are far from here. Please remember me and recall I hold you dear. Please remember me when you are far away, for I will still be waiting when you come to me someday. She sang a lonely ballad as she watched the rockets roar. She wept where she was singing, for she'd see her love no more. She sat upon a hillside, looking out across the sea. She wept where she was singing, and she sang this song for me. Please remember me when you are far from here. Please remember me and recall I hold you dear. Please remember me when you are far be waiting when you come to me someday. Here upon this earth there was never a place for me. I thought that I had told her, and I thought that she could see. Came the time for leaving on that last and longest day. I told her 'twas forever, one last time I heard her say, please remember me when you are far from here. Please remember me and recall I hold you dear. Please remember me when you are far away, for I will still be waiting when you come to me someday. My weeks, they passed so slowly as her years all flitted by. I searched the lonely starlings, though I never did know why. I searched for fame and romance, but never did I hear the words so soft and gentle she had whispered in my ear. Please remember me when you are far from here. Please remember me and recall I hold you dear. Please remember me when you are far away, for I will still be waiting when you come to me someday. And now the stars are dimmer and the brightest colors gray. The years I spent in passage, they were years I threw away. Now my final journey down that longest road of all. But as I travel homeward, I'll be echoing her call. Please remember me when I am far from here. Please remember me and recall I hold you dear. Please remember